These are the consequences of the Dana storm that has been maintaining various regions of Spain in alert for quite a few days, including the Benidorm's region. There were strong waves, very strong wind, and rain in different parts of our area, including Benidorm town. The storm is almost over, so let's head to Benidorm to see what has happened during these days. What's the situation like during the storm? Is it as bad as some people actually say? Or is it nothing extraordinary? We are at the Girona Street, aka the famous British street in Benidorm town, Rincon de Loix. This is one of the strongest days of storm. Yesterday and the previous days we've had strong winds, it was raining, and it still is every now and then, as you can see on the streets. There are some dark clouds that are passing quite fast through our area because there is some strong wind every now and then. There's some water on the streets, but nothing is flooded in our region, at least so far. Let's not say it's a victory before this Dana is officially 100% over in our area, because there's still a couple of days up until the end of this week that we have the storm in our region, and there might be some strong wind still and some rain. People are having fun. See, even the bad weather like it is right now cannot stop people from enjoying their holidays here in Benidorm. We absolutely get that it might be very different from what people have imagined, but still people are able to enjoy everything that it has to offer. Some new businesses here in the area. Buffalo Bill, it's called. A brand new place right next to the tattoo shop, which also looks new or rebranded. Maybe they've just changed the logo, but it does look like quite new businesses, honestly. Situated right here at the Mediterranean Avenue, the Levante beach is right in front of us. It's very close by. So even if you stay somewhere here on the Girona Street, the access to the beach is very easy. Quite some water here on the Mediterranean Avenue, which is dificulting people with mobility scooters to pass without getting wet, without their feet actually getting wet. Still quite a lot of umbrellas for sale in this area, and not too many people, I must say. The first day of the storm, we've had a red alert. This was the video that you've seen, and quite a lot of you have seen, by the way. There were dozens of subscribers who subscribed to our channel after that video, so welcome to the channel. I hope you will enjoy it. It's not only about bad weather here, it's in general all things Benidorm and Costa Blanca region. Hope you will enjoy it and stay with us in our YouTube family. But overall, in that video you were able to see the first day of the alert. That was when the schools were suspended. Everything was closed and it was recommended not to go outside. But it was an incredible day and people went to enjoy it. Now, when it's slightly worse, we have schools, we have everything open, and the alert has decreased, even though it is worse weather than the one that we've had the previous days. How can you explain it? We cannot, definitely. These shops here have prepared themselves. They're selling rain ponchos, as you could have seen here on the left side. There's umbrellas everywhere. There's way less people on the beachfront, obviously, than it previously was. There are some police police lines delimiting the area just to be cautious for people not to go near the water. Parks, some of them are still closed in some areas, especially those that might get flooded easily, just in case. Some people mention that it is probably a fear of the government, and that is obviously true. After all that happened in Valencia, Government prefers to say stay cautious and don't get close to the areas that might get flooded. But as you can see, just a rainy day so far. The only thing is the strong wind. That's the most unpleasant thing of it all. It is not warm, but it's not cold either. It's more or less 14 degrees, maybe 15 maximum today, but still it's not as bad as it might be. All the beach area is prepared. There are still some brave businesses that have terraces mostly that are open during this time of the day. It is towards evening time already. It's the second part of the day when we film this video. And there's not many people about and around. It's not comparable at all to what we've seen the previous day here. Look at that. There's only a couple of people here on the terraces, 2-3 groups of people. Lil Bob's, is that new or it's rebranded too? I think it's a new place, although the name does sound familiar to us. Probably they've just rebranded the logo. But overall, see, there's not too many people enjoying the walk. Obviously, there's people who went to the shopping mall, which is the busiest place right now. These days, like today, shopping areas are the busiest because people think, well, all right, I wanted to enjoy the beach. If I cannot do so, I might as well go shopping, buy something nice, enjoy, just walk around, go to a nice restaurant, grab something to eat or drink, go to a spa. That's what people do when it is raining, or travel and explore other areas. But with the alert being issued, people are slightly more cautious. You can see how strong the wind is actually right now on the palm trees. Benidorm has been trying its best actually to ensure people's safety, and there were a lot of trees that the old branches were being cut, or the trees were being replaced with the new ones, with alive trees that they know will not break during the storm, to ensure safety of all the people and all the material things such as cars, for example, vehicles that are stationed and parked inside of the city, but mostly people's safety, obviously. So that is what's going on. There is a slightest rain, a few drops every now and then, but nothing major. It is expected to be like this for the rest of the week, probably up until Friday, Saturday, and it's a usual thing in spring. The issue is that usually it's in April, but now with the climate changes, you never know when it's gonna hit you. So this year it started very, very early. It started in March. Last year we didn't even have a week of rain in spring, as far as we can remember, at least. So this year it's coming full speed, and this type of week is very, very typical. Once a year in spring this happens before the really warm weather starts. So after this week, those of you who are coming on holidays, everything will be back to normal. Don't worry about it. Right here by the beach, there were also some indicators just in case there's going to be a lot of water. You see they've put these like plastic boards ready in case they need to cut the traffic in this area. There's some other preparations here made. They've cleaned all the sewage system, like all the pipes that lead directly towards the beach for the water to run smoothly in case something happens. There's police cars too that usually are here, but this time there's slightly more of them because they want to check the safety and if everything's all right, if there's going to be a sudden heavy rain, if there's going to be very strong wind, if someone's going to the beach when they should not, when it's an alert issued. All of this, they are controlling it to make sure that both locals and tourists are safe in our region. The bus stop right next to the beach, which is where you can catch the bus for the sightseeing tour in our region. As you know, we have the open rooftop city tour sightseeing buses. There are two of them. One is heading through Benidorm town and La Cala of Finistrat, and the other is heading to Albir and Altea. Both of them you can catch from this particular area in Rincon de Loix and all this Rincon de Loix Avenue itself. The shops are open. So far, so good. Nothing major is happening. Oh, nothing major is happening. We've just seen literally boxes fly out of the shopping mall. See, because that's the wind is quite strong. It might seem like 1 second it's not at all, it's non-existent, but the other second the wind just blows out of nowhere. And that's what happens. The boxes can just fly away and the things can just fly away. So bear that in mind, please, when you're here on holidays. Although I do feel like this will disappear probably by the end of this week. It should be nice and cozy here in Benidorm town. At least that's what we hope for these upcoming days. On the Mediterranean Avenue itself, right next to the casino, the things are looking very, very quiet. Some supermarkets are even closed right now, obviously due to the fact that there's not going to be probably many people on the streets itself. There's not going to be many tourists walking about and around. We can see that some businesses have decided to close their doors just in case. You never know what might happen. The fashion shop here nearby, this is a new one, by the way, that opened up after there was a bakery. Lift your arms here in the comment section who remembers that there was a bakery here. Istanbul Kebab and Pizza Place, look at that, also another new place. See, winter, that's the thing. Winter is the moment when a lot of businesses here close down and a lot of new businesses emerge because they want to start and prepare right before the new summer season. And that is what you will be able to see. If you were here some while ago, you'll see a lot of businesses that you did not see before. And there's going to be a lot of restaurants, bars, cafeterias, shops, new supermarkets, probably even souvenir shops, and much, much more that you haven't seen before, but that have emerged during this winter season. The casino, this is one of the most important and the only big one here in Benidorm, Casino Mediterraneo. They have their own parking lot, and many hotels tend to have offers, especially Magic Costa Blanca, for example, and other chains. Whenever you book with them directly, they do have like a welcome drink and a free parking if you go to a casino. And they do work with a lot of other places here in the area. The rest, the other side of the Mediterranean Avenue, really, really quiet. There's some buses here with only just a couple of people out there. And the rest, just locals. Those who need to go somewhere, those who have places to be and they cannot wait. People going for a work, from work. Those who don't mind the weather and still want to have some lovely walk down Benidorm's town. But a lot of leaves on the streets, as you can see, moving, flying around because of the wind. Some people with ponchos, obviously those cost just a couple of euros and it's great for the rainy day. And here we see first signs of that there was a storm here in the area. Look at that. This was probably at night. Nighttime, it's when it's the worst. Look at this. All the fence is broken, literally. That's what has been happening. Probably not a very strong fence, I must say, if it broke down just like this, but all the rest parts of the city are all right. Also, I must say that there's cleaning services that are passing through all this area, so it's just you won't see many damages because all of it will be cleaned up. What you do see is a lot of leaves, a lot of them. It looks like it's autumn time, but it's actually spring already. But due to the strong wind, all the dried leaves that were still on the trees are right now here on the ground. Lovely cafeterias here. Vesta Cafe is very nice. By the way, they have freshly roasted coffee and very, very good quality coffee, by the way, out here. Empty as well. The money exchange points 1.182 today. Okay, that's nice. And then we have all these clouds that are here in our region, flying really, really fast right above our heads. On the outside of Benidorm, we're able to see slightly more clouds coming this way and rain on the mountains side. So probably will still be raining during this night. Thank you for accompanying us in today's video.